Yo, what's going on, bro?
Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? My name is Chaz Neal, aka the Urban Conservative, and today with us, I have a very special guest. You guys also may know him as John Tail Toland, the revolutionary activist. But today he's coming on as the spoken word artist of Circumstantial Saint. I'm gonna let him get into what Circumstantial Saint is to him. What does the name come from? Um, and really just get into the background of what does Circumstantial Saint mean.
Yeah, actually appreciate that. That's a really good starter right there, bro. Thank you. Because I don't really get the chance to the platform to really tell people in a way that I think is appropriate because running the Leon Block independent media, like, and being circumstantial saint are in some ways two separate things. I'm not gonna go in the Leon Block just all willy-nilly and start talking about like something that I'm like not just giving a piece of me because that is the way I see it, but it's still a business. So to some people it might be look like I'm trying to sell something on something where we're supposed to be preaching the gospel, you know? So I try to keep it away from that. But at the same time, like some of these things do need to be heard, you know? Uh so Circumstantial Saint really came about from me. Like I've always been a poet and always been doing poetry and been a writer my whole life. I used to write stories and plays and poems when I was younger. And then I kind of just stopped throughout my 20s and sporadically would write things here and there, but never really took anything seriously until uh, doing my own protest, writing the itineraries, writing my own speeches. I got back into doing poetry, but it still wasn't something I took serious. It wasn't until actually this month will be a year that I've been taking it serious and been circumstantial saint, right? Which is crazy to me. That's been a year. But it got spurred on from me doing a poetry slam contest and just reflecting on my pop's passing. Also, more so, just wanting to connect with people on another level that I wasn't reaching with this platform. Uh, in a way that maybe will resonate with people in a different way, because you know how like different music is something that is it's an unspoken language, and it's a way that um it's a way for people to connect and reach and touch one another, you know. And having the mindset of very socialist, communist, radical, pro-black, uh, pro-equality, liberty, freedom type of themes and mindsets, but also being very spiritual and being in touch with the earth and being in touch with my inner, and also doing going through a healing journey and learning that as an activist we all face and go through different things that are traumatizing for us. And if we don't take those breaks to reflect and learn and understand where we're at as people, how can we proceed with our activism? Like we gotta definitely make sure we're taking those breaks because this is a boom and bust cycle, for one, and it's easy to burn out in this movement. It's easy to let your mental health go unchecked, and that's another thing that I'm big on. So combining all of these different themes into one, naturally over the past year, it's grown to being like I'm able to be all of me and showcase all of Circumstantial Saint in one. Whereas, like when I first started out, it was all about affirmations and the spiritual, right? And it didn't resonate with everybody. Hell, it didn't resonate with me exactly because the kind of music I was doing when I first started wasn't a big reflection of me. Right, exactly.
No,
And
I'm sorry about that. I'm going a little bit too far. I just wanted to put it up on the screen, but
no, you're
I'm
good.
literally I want to start with because what was up on the screen, and I'll put it back, is actually one of your first release songs that actually, you were really proud of it. It did over what 100,000 streams in the
Yep,
first month. You know what I'm
yep,
saying? So,
yep.
I really just wanted to get into this and just show the evolution of circumstantial state and show the maturity and the growth in the process that you have gone through in just the last, because I think it is for something for the people to see is your growth and the way that you've
Right,
matured with not only your wordplay but also your production and the way that you circumstantial saying has changed in the last year from what
yeah.
even me being seeing. You know what I'm saying? You matured as a person. You've learned. And I think people can tell that with your music. You can tell that with just everything that you're doing. So I really, really just want to break it down. Like, I know you got almost 16 albums out this year since you've been out. So just really going to pick certain albums and certain songs. And just, I really am, and even going to play little snippets too as well. We do own the rights to the music. So ain't no, who gives a fuck about all that? We can fight it. So
right.
Bless up though. So I want to get into this first one, and that is I Am Who. So explain this.
So yeah, I Am Who is a track that when I first started, it was like I knew people were going to be like, Circumstantial Saint, what's that? Because I named myself Circumstantial Saint first off to explain who I am, but get people thinking, to get people asking the questions like, what does that mean? So it's about the light and the dark, and everyone has both inside of them. You can't understand what good feels like if you're not having something bad or a bad experience to go through. And what is life without strife? What is life without bad experiences? But both those things make up who you are. And for me, and also I am like starts off with an affirmation. So a lot of my music stems from affirmations. Even if you don't realize it, I'm spitting affirmations to you, and subliminally you're picking that up and feeling good about yourself or provoking thought and change within yourself. And that's what I always seek to do, whether you realize it or not. So I Am Who is not asking me who I am. I know who I am. Who are you? Because you're looking at me, but are you looking at yourself? So it's more so pointing the mirror at someone else and asking them who they are, and getting them to ask themselves who they are.
Well, I'm going to play a little bit of it, and let's just see. People can ask questions, and definitely we will ask Circumstantial Saint. So here's a little bit of Circumstantial Saint, I Am Who, featuring Sir Dominique Jordan.
Who? Who am I? I am everything I seek to become. I am king to one. I am all I ever set to please. My love is my free. I am all the lights and the stars and all the bubbles on the beach. I am what I crave, because what I crave is me. I am the fruit from the seed. I was the womb, but the womb set me free. I came from the fire of past lives long gone. Don't look back. Your eyes will burn and you will miss important knowledge unknown. I came to help hold the line, and they thinking I came to reign. But my will and patience is what can change the game. Again, I came from the fire of past lives long gone. I am a flame. I am a flame. But I am rain. I am growth, because the fruit came from the seed. I said, I am all I need. I am who? I am you. Did you ask you? Who are you? Who I am is who I am, and who I be is who I be. And if you feel in the need to leap, you can lunge to your own knees. I am a believer of being free, including me. I am all I need to be in this now and the forever, because how I move is an intention. How I move is with minimum reflection, only for a reminder of who I am, which is part of who I was. I know. I am. But you are? I am. But you are? I am who? I'm the guy that is or isn't on cue. I'm the guy that is hesitant to be rude. I'm the guy who likes old and new. I'm the guy that is just me, not few. I am a lot, and I am not. What is your perception? I am all the things you don't see. You have to feel. You have to breathe. I am... What were you asking? Again, who are you? Let me tell you again. I am pain and rain, sunshine through perseverance, the cherry on a butter pecan sundae, banged head and bruised heart, mental compass on point, like I am music and fusion. I am art, the traveler, nomadic historian of random knowings. I am mountains and valleys, thunder and lightning, fire and renter, activated to write, encouraged to speak, emboldened to free. I am, cause my people need me. I am here, that is who I am. I am now, that is who I am. I am present. I am doing. I am moving. I am experiencing. That is who I am. I am experiencing.
How does that make you feel, hearing that now, especially like, you know what I'm saying? Because it seems like so long ago, but it really wasn't. You got on mute.
Damn, bro, for real. Like that's crazy. For me, exactly what you said. It feels like so long ago, but at the same time, it's like that was just last year. Like this time last year. It's crazy to me. You know what? I can say I can still feel that I came a long way. Because in that I can feel my hunger. Like I was hungry. I was like, like I came hard, but still like I feel like now I'm more confident and relaxed, but still hard. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, but I haven't listened to that song in a minute. So it was kind of cool to hear it. And I think now I got like 400 or 500 songs. So like, I don't listen to everything anymore. And now I understand what artists talk about when they say that. But I definitely would like to come to Red Wing and do a show. I will get back to you on actually answering how, but I would definitely try and make that happen because I'm trying to branch out to other states and do shows. And if you'd like to contact me to get me in your area, I can always send a listing and email package with all my information and stuff on it. But I am looking to perform and in other states and other areas. You can always reach me at saint.theleonblock@gmail.com. You can reach out to me on my Facebook, on my Instagram, just DM me. I love talking with people and I love going to different places, different areas and all that. Yeah.
So this next one that I pulled up is Reflections of Reflection, What Love Parked Her. So we're going to get into this and then let you talk about it.
That love that you feel that fits like a glove, that love is just you and me together, the reality that is in need of attention because mother is seething with poison, and the love that we need is found in the seed for mother because she screams, I need you.
Yeah, go clean your room and get to know you. Find that inner child that sets you on this trial. There was things that rocketed in you. Manifested this in between every trial, error, intangible thing. Let that ring.
Let that ring, that reality is manifested through duality in the concept of good versus evil. There is not good or bad. There is only the experience that you feel. What you felt is real, but what you know now is here.
And it's been here for years. We were just stuck in this state of constant fear where we choose to sabotage and unhear. We all are here to alchemize it.
Projection. While we talk about projection, I don't want to feel the effects of your neglection because the constant tries at getting me to feel your lies and the time that you spent hampering on the tried and failed declines of your past lives have nothing to do with my current timeline. I am done dealing with that life. That life is no longer me. I felt the fruit to give myself the need of my existence that now is me, the need that I need to feel to.
So how does hearing Reflections of a Reflection make you feel now?
Bro, so that one, I love that you chose that one, and I kind of forget about it, to be honest. It was one of those tracks I kind of like did quickly overlook because, all right, so that song is kind of like, in that moment, is kind of like a transitional moment, right? Because it was a time where I was leaving the music behind that I had started out doing that wasn't a really good reflection of me, and moving into something of like finding my own sound, finding myself doing everything myself, producing my own music, doing everything, engineering, like everything, releasing things on my own. So like that was the beginning of me learning it. But that specific song was actually the first time I ever freestyled. So that was a freestyle with me and my cousin, and the first of many collaborations, as you know, that kicked off. So that song actually is a pretty special one to me too, for sure.
Okay, so the next one we're gonna get into is Manifested. Play this one because this is one of my personal favorites. So this is one that I really like, and I hope other people liked it as much as I liked it.
Manifested, gotta manifest it. Got it, manifest it. Gotta manifest it. Manifest it. Gotta manifest it. Got it. Manifest it. Manifest it. Gotta manifest it. Got it. Manifest it. Got it. Manifest it. Manifest it. Manifest it. Take a look at your life. Manifest it. Manifest it. Manifest it. Manifest it. Manifest it. Take a look at the lines and feel your light. Manifest it. You got it down. You got it down. Just hold it down. It's guided now. You got it now. Go find it now. It's guided now. Don't mess around. Just hold it down. It's guided. Just hold it down. Go find it and it's guided now. Don't mess around. Go find it now. Don't mess around. Just hold it down. It's guided now. Go.
You know, when I originally heard Manifested, it was just speaking everything into existence of, talking, just getting that can't out of your vocabulary and telling yourself that you can't. So, I mean, that's what it definitely was for me. It was motivational to, stop telling yourself that you can't because you can. So that's what I took from, Manifested. And I'm definitely glad that it was something that, you manifested it. You know what I'm saying?
For real, no, in every sense of the word, because that was, believe it or not, that was one of the first joints that I wrote when I started at Circumstantial Saint. Like the first, like theme and words and like thing that came to mind was manifestation, like manifested. And I had like a different kind of, it was more like a trappy beat, manifested, gotta manifest it, but I couldn't get the right beat like down. So I made a club beat, and Jersey Club is something that's like close to my heart. It's something I always, it's what my heart beats to, is Jersey club music, Baltimore club music, Philly party music. Like that's in my
crazy
veins, you know what I'm
that
saying?
you even say that anything about like the club music, because the next joint that I play, the next joint is Philly Love. And I know this has this right here, I know had a special place in your heart.
Yep.
And had a special place, just period. And I think for this one, I'm gonna play the whole thing. It's only 2 minutes and 52 seconds because I want people to really just listen and hear. So we're gonna definitely talk about this one.
No destination, only translation. Brotherly love, sisterly affection, government neglection, population of American reflection, Kensington fiend, summer obscene, Schuylkill flows green, only cheesesteak lovers still dream. Bland gray pavements, crack and bleed, weed disrupts families, pigs dominate and neighborhoods change, new domain of inevitable, reconfigure a frame. Sunny skies, rivers wind, hills and mills provide historical shine. Folks on and in different timelines. Give this place blessings and continued rhymes. Brotherly love, guns bang, and teachers pain. Mother's shame, drugs with rice, no more sugarcane. Moving, trends, blue lights, Cotto, the boys, Coltrane, no tame. Too much pride to slide to the lane. This is love unknown to some, but I always love it's rain. Philly love.
Something about them horns, like that song still gets me, you know?
That shit bangs, man.
For real. I got chills now because I'm still so proud of that song. Like, that's one of my favorites because you know how close Philly is to my heart.
Right.
But, yo, I appreciate that, bro. I really appreciate that. I even made 2 other remixes to it too, because like Philly's a city of music, so there's different types of styles of music that speak to it. But that specific, the original track, right? The horns on that, like the different musicians that have been made because of Philly, because they went through Philly and got their start in Philly or became who they were from Philly, but also the beauty in Philly, the darkness in Philly, the drugs, the teachers, the school system, the everything. Like, Philly is a city of many layers, the foundation of America, like everything. Philly is so much. And I wanted to encapsulate that as best as I could. So you look at, and the lyrics are out there. You look at just one word in the lyrics, and it means so much than just what you think it does. So, like, you hear the song, and it might sound big, but you look at the lyrics, and it's very short. And I did that for a reason.
And next, it really just leaves off from Philly love to that Rubber City, because you know this one, I don't think a lot of people understood what this meant, because not only in Rubber City, this is the Murderapolis remix featuring the Urban Conservative. That's me. And we talked about Akron, Ohio. We talked about Murderapolis in this, and I want to play it because right now we're at a time where police brutality is big, especially in Akron, Ohio. So I really, really want to, I think, just listen to the words. I'm gonna just shut the fuck up and just have people listen.
Word.
Akron, Ohio is a police state.
Circumstantial Saint, sainthood, circumstantial.
Chaz Neal,
Urban Conservative.
Rubber City.
Life that's been taken by police brutality.
Black men deserve joy. The names come and the change is the name and date. It's the same. No one wants to aid. No one wants to aid. So fame becomes the game.
Scared of nothing. I ain't scared of nobody. And you know what? We gotta salute. The police say anybody does I hear sirens get nervous.
This is an emergency. This is an emergency. Police sirens every day. People dying every day. Fiends ODing every day. Mama's crying every day. Father's trying every day. It's the city of murder hours. Get your bed made. See death around the corner. Boy, I dodged the law like I owe 'em. I don't talk loud, no one liberals plotting coons on me. Boy, I lost comrades, some died, some crossed that line. I love the niggas that's down for me. Fuck the ones that send shots for me. Yeah, niggas working for a payout. Every day looking for a way out. Get released from jail and try to stay out. Pray to God, see how it play out. Or maybe God trying to test me. This life that I'm living so stressful. In 1 second I'ma let and everybody in here gonna catch it. Justice for Jesus. Cause right now I can't take it. Lord, when am I gonna make it? Cause our people lost and my city lost. I can't fall victim to savings. Pray for my city. Carry up and pray for my city. Real talk, I lost plenty, but I'm still out here getting it on the block. Black lives on the street, trying to eat. We all hungry. Walking up the wrong block will get your head up. That's why I got something on me. Can't trust none, can't feed him. He ain't done nothing. I hustle hard for my city, cause my city got it. Wanna see my city have it, I ain't have it, so I went and got it. Talk down on my city, but my city mattered. Black lives in the street. Please pray for my city. Too much hate in my city. Too many heartaches in my city. But I got faith in my city. It's the north side and I love that. I can't take it away from my city. Some can't relate to my city. They die every day in my city. Please pray for my city. My city. Chaz Neal. Murder-Apples.
The names come and the change is the name and the date. The attention ain't the same and the blame goes around. No one wants the aim. The fame becomes the game. And these folks that have no real purpose crowd the halls with obsession to worthless law. But they're not worthless to them. They intend to rid the lands of all the things that actually make them them. Truth seekers see all lies and this world only has one. By the end they come and I wonder who will rise. Paid attention long enough to stand up. George and Sandra, Adam, Jalen, and Winston, Ricardo, they all have a story. Rasheen, Jaheim, and the ones, and even in between those two, because it was only a month, and most don't even know about those names. The media don't want anyone to point blame at the ones who keep the machine going, and everyone stay blinded to the short side of what they call life, because they feed us a tight skirt and sexualize women, girls, breast size, and lies are told to whomever wants a dream. It is sold. Highest bidder gets larger falls. Capitalism isn't kind to the ones with brown hair and eyes. Illusion takes it all. Rubber city, rubber bullets, fire and hurting, lies they learn and remember accountability and discern.
Rubber City,
Ohio, Rubber City, justice for James.
And I said, we are going to need reinforcements. And I said, we're going to need reinforcements. They're going to get off on killing these officers. We want justice for James. So exercise their right to free speech, be able to go out here and protest anything they want to, any type of injustice. But they don't want us to do it. Akron, Ohio is a police state now. We got cameras watching every move.
Rubber City, justice for James. Rubber bullets. Rubber bullets, rubber bullets,
Justice for Jalen Walker.
Rubber City, rubber bullets. Revolution, movement, words of change. Speak up. In the stillness of night, find my voice. Can you hear the whispers? Can you feel the fire? Sainthood circumstantial. We'll never retire. Movement, higher. Revolutionary. We'll never expire.
Revolutionaries, we've made our choice.
We gather strength. With one heart, we all rejoice. In this movement we're creating will never be a ploy. Sainthood is circumstantial.
So, with everything that we've heard, especially in the last, I'd say 6 weeks, what is that? Because we didn't even know half the shit that we know now when we made, that song. So that really definitely, just hearing that gives me a different perspective moving forward, definitely about everything,
See, that song for me, just on a side topic, like, I really can hear my growth in production, lyricism, and overall aim of how I want people to pick up what I'm putting down and how I want to explain and portray a story, because I told my side, you told your side. We both spoke our experiences, but I allowed people from Akron to share their experiences, and neither one of us talked about Akron. We gave the respect for them to talk about their city themselves. And I wanted to make sure that the sounds on the beat represented each one of those people as well. So some people be like, your beats are wild. They're all over the place. They're too crazy. I can't get it down. Like, that's you. That's your perception. But my beats tell a story too. It's not all about my poetry. I am also a producer. I am a musician. So you have to sometimes peel the layers back and like listen to the sound, listen to the lyrics, listen to them together. They paint a whole story, but they paint different stories on their own too. Rubber City was one of those things where I was able to showcase all of that. Showcase parts where it's just the beat. Showcase moments where you have to focus on the beat. Showcase moments where you're listening to what we're saying. We're forcing you to. And then moments where you have to listen to the people in their own town. So that's another form of activism to me. Thank you for that, Chaz. Whew. Yeah. I'm proud of this track, yo. Like, just off the concept of collaboration and collaborating with other amazing spoken word poets. This woman is actually from Detroit area, Michigan, but she came out to Philly a few years back, and she Philly now. She a Philly chick. But just meeting her, like seeing so much of myself in one another, and just being not the black sheep, but coming into a new space. And she just welcomed me with open arms, you know what I mean? And then obviously her name's Complex Angel. I'm Circumstantial Saint. So it was like fate came upon us and we had to do something together. We both have that commonality of our whole life being people pleasers to make everybody else happy at the expense of our own happiness. So that was like the vibe that we went on with that track.
So actually right here, no means next opportunity is something I'm trying to tell myself, because that's also, I feel like that's another side of it too. It picks away at the self, at the confidence. So I'm so used to dimming my light that when I try to let it shine, I feel guilty. You know what I'm saying? So when someone tells me like I'm too scared to hear, I was.
No, bro, play that next track for me.
And now it doesn't bother me as much because I'm sick.
I guess I play the role well. I don't even know self. Constantly dimming my light for the comfort of others. Wanting to be set free. Wanting to just be. No's feel like heavy bricks weighing me down. Eating away at my confidence. But still I sit in this darkness. Complex angel. Complex angel. Complex angel.
Circumstantial Saint.
Complex angel.
Circumstantial Saint.
Complex angel.
I think I give so much love out because I want and need loving, I think. But I feel weird giving it all to myself because any love I had told me I was being selfish for doing that. I know how to love me, but I still get the guilty feeling when I do. And so I people please friends and lovers, and I'm left feeling abused.
No's feel like heavy bricks weighing me down. Complex things. No's feel like heavy bricks weighing me down. Eating away at my confidence. But still I sit in this darkness. Content with wearing this mask. Why does no one even ask? I guess I play the role well. I don't even know self. Constantly dimming my light for the comfort of others. Wanting to be set free. Wanting to just be.
Lately, I've been learning so much about myself. Growing every day.
Okay.
I am being more intentional with my intentions of purpose. I am shedding the obsessions of past trauma and how they kept perpetuating family curses. I will not dismiss the past lovers that manifest as another. I am learning the ABCs of discovering my other deep inner. And as I move in this line and through, I will stand and move because the mind bruise reminds me I was used. Because the mind bruise reminds me I was used and I let it happen. The fear and contradictions of stutters of verbal reactions cause distractions to my attention to growth. And it shows. As time passes, the feelings can grow. If you don't let it show. You fold and break because the triggers alone you can't take and you just can't shake. So in your head you debate about things no one but you can understand and know. And how, why, when, does even decide they need to grow. Everyone has different timelines, I know. But we all question our own. I am shedding the obsessions of past trauma and how they kept perpetuating family curses. I will dismiss the past lovers that manifest as another. I am learning the ABCs of discovering my other. Yeah.
Why is my time after your shine fades? I feel like I was like, what's that? I am a light that deserves to shine without permission. I'm love that deserves reciprocation. Healing is not easy, but it equals growth. Going through to grow through. Loving those who celebrate me. Praying for those who tolerate me. Tony Jones reminds me I'm sanctuary. I'm not of this world, but I'm definitely in this bitch. Complex angels. Angels and saints all have a place. Demons and heathen all have a fate. Light in the dark can't be erased. So why is my time after your shine fades? People pleasing, wanting to break free from it.
Oh shit, yeah, definitely in this bitch. I was looking at his face. You like a proud dad.
Yo, I'm so proud of that track. Like, just like the experience of collaborating with somebody in house with you. Like, I record everything in my house. Everything I've done on my own. I don't wait for nobody. I don't need nobody. It's nice to have community and rely on people. I will say that, but also it's great to learn for yourself and do things on your own, right? And not to wait on anybody, or else you're never going to get off the ground and you're never going to follow your dreams. My thing is like collaborating organically. I love doing things throughout the internet and people send me stuff. That's cool because I love collaborating with people I've never even physically met. I love it. It's cool. But it's nothing like the feeling of collaborating with somebody here in the studio with me, and seeing the whole process of how I make their voice come together with mine. You know what I'm saying? It's something I really, really love to do. Actually, it's not that one, the other one. It's all green. I actually got to change that because I wanted, oh, no, not that one. Yeah. It's the all green one. So I have a new album coming out. I'm thinking of the number 727 keeps coming to me. So I'm thinking July 27th, I'm going to release it. It's called I Speak to Heal. So last month, basically, I released an album called I Speak. Please go check that out. It features the singles Wrinkles, My Dick Ain't for Free, Can We Vibe, Be Free, I Speak. And that album was a special one for me. I did a number of albums this year, but two different concepts, right? So the first concept was when I brought you on board, Chaz, and you started doing a lot of different stuff with me under the name Chaz Neal at first, off the I Am album. And that has to do with the root chakra and setting down your affirmations and being in your primal raw aspect of learning. You're a baby. You're just a being of light and you have growing to do. But this era is the I speak era, is speaking my shit, talking my shit, living in my truth, sitting in it, learning when to speak, learning when to shut up, learning to take it all in, right? It deals with the throat chakra. And so you're gonna see me talking about speaking a lot, right? Talk that shit, nigga. That's why, like, there's no restrictions on this. You hear me cuss a lot more on this in this era. You hear a lot more of collaborations because I feel like it's important to let others speak as well, because their words might resonate more with the before the thought process can come to mind from you, it may manifest through another's words. So I felt like I needed to be more intimate with the way I collaborated and made it more cohesive throughout the album. So this album coming up, y'all, is the most special to me, the most intimate, the most raw, and the most like diverse album I've ever done. And I'm really, really proud of I Am a Revolutionist Part 1 and 2. Shit is fire. Wait till you hear Part 3.
Yeah. We're going to play Part 1 right now. So here is I Am a Revolutionist by Circumstantial Saint featuring the Urban Conservative.
Substantial circumstance. One engaged. One in a revolution. One engaged in a revolution. An advocate of revolutionary doctrines. I am revolution. Bringing about change. Molding and forming the way. Building the army to help elevate consciousness to a new plane. Country is insane. Capitalism bleeds isms and there's no growth and nothing that can change. Engaging in humility. Unity is understood. I am living in intent. I am living in my words are spells sent to uplift, heal, or disrupt. Feel knowledge of how an inner, outer, clear the doubter from your universe. Growth hurts, but it is necessary. Socialize to revitalize, not demonize. Ones who dress in disguise. They are just misguided. I am a revolutionist, seeking to clear and level the plane to get everyone together and engage in united divine circumstances. I'll take all blame before I die. I'ma make the world I am a revolutionist. I am a revolutionist. I am a revolutionist. I am a revolutionist. Circumstantial Saint, urban conservative. Cause I talk heavy. I sat in my darkness, pretended in the light, cause I had lost sight. I dimmed my darkness and my light shined on others. Until I discovered my own, myself, my inner child needed help, and I came to my own rescue. You come into the world alone and die naked. I talk heavy. I am a revolutionist cause I see the oppressed, dispossessed. I think about the oppressed, seek to uplift others and help them discover one another. I seek to uplift others and help them discover one another. I see myself in others, their history, discipline, missings of intellectual being. I'm not my slave master spirit. The DNA missed my intention. My purpose is to unleash words that will unite the first of the generations meant to birth a new light. I know I am a revolutionist because I understand there is always work to do. I am a revolutionist because I see me through you. I am a revolutionist because I don't dismiss the rotten bigot seeking to abolish high melanated kin. Revolution is brought, not sought. The lines, your soul, third eye, and no. I am a revolutionist because I always will seek to constantly evolve and grow. Cause I talk heavy. I seek to uplift others and help. I talk heavy. I seek to uplift others and help. I talk heavy. Revolutionary. I am a revolutionist.
The urban conservative.
What does it mean to be a revolutionist?
To be a revolutionist, what it means to me is somebody that by any means necessary, you rise above the fear, you don't back down, and you stand on what you believe and you don't waver those beliefs, regardless of who you're going up against when it comes to your values and beliefs, that you stand on those beliefs. That's what a revolutionary is, and you will do anything by any means necessary to get that change, that direction that we're headed. Body cams, police killings, shit, all you see on, Instagram, TikTok is trauma, is fights. Basically just being indoctrinated to be desensitized to gruesome shit. And I feel that's where we're at because, I think about it even just in the last year, I remember seeing Khalil Azad's photo, which reminded me of Emmett Till. The only difference is they happen 50 years apart, right? But still the same result. No accountability, no really acknowledgement. So again, y'all tell me what has changed because it's the same shit, just a different year. Right. Wrong is wrong, even if everyone is doing it. Right is right, even if no one is doing it. And that's where it came to a cross in the road is because you have so many people still following behind that wrong because everyone is doing it and nobody is standing with the right because he's the only person standing. Stop talking. Right. So what does that make us? Stop talking. Makes our sheets. Seek to uplift others and hope. Seek to uplift others and hope. Urban conservative. Stop talking. Seek to uplift others and hope. Seek to uplift others and hope. Stop talking. Let's go.
The revolution is in sight. Night is cold and filled with fright. I am a revolutionary revolutionist who rides in line with mine. Not behind, not above. I ride with love. Love wins. I am a revolutionist because I go with what the fuck I feel from within. Revolution will be on television, social media, and then your phones, motherfucker. Revolution will be on television, social media, and then your phones, motherfuckers. Get in line.
The urban conservative, circumstantial, and be part of that quantity because I'm looking for quality. I'd rather be alone than believe that when we know better, we do better. Yep. And until then, I'm going to keep on educating so that we can do better. I'm okay standing alone.
Bro,
how does that make you feel?
Well, I'll say this, like, I'm getting good at manifesting. So, like, I came to you with the idea. You was just kind of like, man, yeah, bro. And I'm like, no, this is going to be fire. Like, you don't even understand. And I just, like, kept pulling shit from you. And I think I surprised you to the point now where, like, I'm going to come up with something great. You don't even think twice about it. You just give me what I asked for. But like, that was something that I felt like I'm also very proud of. Like, this album, I'm really proud of, like, the way that I've been getting deeper in my production, right? Because I wanted, like, your parts to really speak to you. And I love pulling out and tugging at I love getting to the real deep point of what someone is explaining when I'm collabing with them. And I feel like your message really shines through in that song in a different way than I explained what a revolutionary revolutionist is. Because we both give you aspects of that. So there's no way in hell somebody can't tell me after hearing that song they don't know what a revolutionary revolutionist is.
Right, exactly, because it's right there. You know what I'm saying? And if you can't hear it, go read it because we post about it all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Also, I'll say this: that song, if you look at it, is I am.
Right.
It's speaking manifestations and affirmations into you. So you speak this song, you will be a revolutionist. Think about it. So, like, I'm talking about how I've learned to blend all of these different aspects of me together.
Right. And especially for me too, it was, every experience it's been different, especially when writing because every situation has been different and and I'm sure it's the same for you, you know what I'm saying? That you put your heart, your blood, your sweat, your tears into it. And it's like another way of venting. To me, it's therapy. I've looked at it as therapy because I don't have people that sit there. I can pick up the phone and just call and cry. So instead of me getting on live and sitting there, complaining about, my problems, I put it on paper. You know what I'm saying? And you gave me the courage, not only me, but me, Matt, you know what I'm saying? Asada, you got Asada on the album, you got Silk on the album, you know what I'm saying? So many other people that you're given the the courage to express themselves in other avenues. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of things that I say that I think people don't fully understand. Is like, we're in a total different digital space than other people. You know what I'm saying? Because you literally can pick up any type of streaming app or any type of music, any type of podcast, anything, and you're gonna find the Leon block, and it'll be the Circumstantial Saint. It'll be arm yourself with knowledge. Something that we're doing, we're leaving a mark,
Right.
and can't nobody take that from us.
Facts.
Can't nobody take that from us. So I don't need, and I know you feel the same way, that we don't need no awards or no. I would love my flowers before I'm dead, but I know that at some point, as long as we keep on spitting the truth and facts, it's gonna come.
And also, you said it perfectly. Give me my flowers. Just tell me what my music or my words or what I'm doing means to you. Don't give me no award. I don't. That's nothing but a symbolism that's going to sit on a shelf, probably go in the trash can. To be honest,
right.
It don't mean shit to me. Or I'll just tell you to keep it. Give me your hello. Let's go out to eat. You know, the interaction is everything for me, and I feel like if people can't pick up, you know, any of our podcasts or any of our TV, our web shows, or any of our posts, they may find it annoying. They may find it too much. Okay, well, look up our music and listen to that. If you need to shut that out, here's another way to get you to feel better about yourself, to get you to actually, and while I'm on that note, to feel better about yourself, you have to purge the bad stuff that's inside. You can't just smear over it. And so, you know, we have to talk about the news and the bad stuff that's in the world, to acknowledge it, to understand what's going on out there. I'm not trying to depress y'all. No one's trying to make you depressed. We're trying to get you to express so that you don't become or stay depressed. And there's a difference, right? Like, the world can be depressing, but we made it that way. So how do we change it? We acknowledge what's here. You know what I'm saying? You throw trash out in your house, you don't take it outside. Eventually, you're going to smell like shit. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to sit there and continue to smell like shit and just douse everything with a bunch of flowers and say, oh, everything smells fine? Or are you going to take that trash outside, clean your house, get the dust from off your ceiling fan so that you can feel cleaner and newer and fresher? And that you can apply that metaphor to anything else in life, whether it's activism and you're feeling burnt out. What do? You get some self-care in, take care of yourself so that you can fight another day. And guess what? We need you. We need all of you. We need all the warriors, all the revolutionaries, all the activists, all the musicians, singers, and rappers, because they are warriors too. How we have revolutions is by people creating things, right? And there's a direct correlation between poor people, people of color, and art. Struggle creates art, but without struggle, you don't have a full life. Without dark things and struggle, you can't understand what the good things are and know how to appreciate them, right? And I'm trying to bring this all full circle and explain, like, that's what Circumstantial Saint has now encompassed over the past year. Yes, thank you. Over the past year, I've learned that, like, people try to tell me what I couldn't do as an artist, and try to put things in my head and say, you can't do this, you should do things this way. And I learned from jump, no one's going to tell me anything or put me into a box. I know how I want to do this. And I know that the reason I'm doing this is not for money. It's not for clout. It's not for likes. It's to reach people and help change the world and help activate more activists, more artists, more revolutionists, because that's what we need more of from the world. There's tons of starving artists and people that you think of that are great. They are great people, but they didn't die rich. None of this that I do is for any of that. This is all for uplifting the world, elevating people, getting people to understand that there's many different ways of being an activist also. You don't have to always be waving a flag around, running through the streets. You could be helping to create new laws. You could be simply with a cane shuffling your way to the nearest poll station, or have better yet, your nearest city council meeting from your couch. checking in on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Sharing a flyer from a family that's been affected by police brutality. Being an advocate for something, whether it's mental health or environmental catastrophes that have happened, environmental racism, global warming, the list goes on and on. You know, there's a number of different ways to speak out and speak up, but do something, because silence is violence. I don't care what anybody says. If you're staying shut, you're not living your life fully, and you're not doing enough, you're not doing your part. Being Circumstantial Saint allowed me to encompass all the things that I'm doing, and I guess package it to people and say, here, this is what I do. Pick it apart and do what you will. Find a piece of it that inspires you to go do something with yourself that is actively helping to change the world. I feel like that's what living in purpose is about.
No, so if you were speaking to, and I'm saying this as, you know, somebody that is, you know, a teenager, between the ages of 10 to 25, what would you say to them that they're, you know, somebody that's maybe shy, maybe a little bit scared, doesn't have that self-esteem to believe in themselves? What would you say to that person to give them courage and motivation to come out and just be them?
Yeah, I have a John Tellism, if you will. Speak up, even if your voice shakes. Getting it out is the best thing you could do. Manifestation is real, but it starts in the mind. Freedom is in your mind. No one can take anything from your mind. That is the one thing no one can take from you. They can take your eyeball. They can take your glasses. They can take my arm if they wanted to. They can shut my mouth if they wanted to, but they can't take my thoughts that I create from here. Step one, right? So at the same time, there are so many great people. Let's think about all of the Black men and boys that have been killed by police brutality or gun violence, right? Think about all the great things, inventions, poetry, raps that we will never get to hear because they did not pull it out. They did not speak it into existence. So I urge you, if you feel too shy, that's okay. Do it anyway. If your voice is shaking, you're shaking to your core when you do it, that's okay. You did it anyway. You know, when I go and perform, every single time, I'm sweating bullets. I am shaking to the core. I have anxiety, but I know that I'll get past it. And once I get up there, I'm comfortable and I feel better. And I got it out. And it's there for somebody else to pick up and understand and pick apart and do what they will, and hopefully inspire them to do whatever they want to do with it. But I got it out, and it's freedom. That's freeing. That's the best way to live, and that is the best thing that you could do for yourself. Being shy is okay. I've been shy my whole life, and I spent a good chunk of my life not doing anything with myself, not knowing what to do with myself. I had all these talents, and society made me think, or so I thought. What was projected to me was that you can't do anything with art, or it's meaningless, right? But at the end of the day, art is what fuels the world. It's what fuels change. It's what gets everything. It's the seeds of the world. If you don't have it, what do you have? All these places that are getting gentrified, and facing gentrification in every major city and every small city around the country, right? What they're pushing out by whitewashing everything and moving things away are the culture, are the things that make that place what it is. And guess what makes that place what it is? Usually poor people, people with art, people with mental health issues, people that are struggling and seek to express that in some way. So when you push them out, that place is devoid of all that creativity. And on a larger scale, society is doing that. So I seek, and it's my mission and my duty and my lifelong purpose to reconstitute that into the world and put it out, replant those seeds. I'm Johnny Appleseed, motherfucker. As I go along through life, that is what I plan to do, is inject those little seeds into society, into people, to remind them that you can be whole and free. Let that stuff that's in your mind go. No matter if you feel weird, if people keep telling you you're weird, if they tell you you're queer, so the fuck what? If they tell you you're too slow, if they tell you you're, any kind of slur that is not okay, if you are different able, it does not matter. You can do whatever you literally put your mind to and put out. It will happen. I have so many stories of people that were told they could not do something and they went and did it anyway. And that's my best thing. When someone tells me I can't do something and I know that I can, I go and prove them wrong and I do it anyway. So that's my advice to our youth. Do it anyway. Even if your voice shakes, speak up.
No, and definitely people need to start speaking up. And as being somebody that um when it comes to production and it came to the beats, how was that process for you? Because I mean, you have a lot of different directions, so I really definitely want to know where your thinking process was and all of that.
Yeah, man. So, all right. So, growing up, music is my life. I grew up listening to music. My mom sang. My uncle was a DJ and a rapper in the '90s. So, like, and I have tons of other singers, and yeah, we're a family of creatives. Um, so music was something I always listened to. I loved to DJ. I always thought I was going to be more of a DJ growing up, but I loved to be more like a music journalist. I always said I was going to be a music journalist, but then I looked at the system and was like, I'm not going to go to school to be a part of this regurgitated bullshit that's propagandized, and I'm not going to be able to get what I think people need to hear. You ever see the movie with Sanaa Lathan and like she was like they were loving, it was about hip hop. Fuck. But if anybody remembers that movie,
Love and hip hop. What they call Love and hip hop?
not the maybe I can't remember, but it was like Common was in it. It was tons of people. It was like early 2000s, dope ass movie. But it really spoke to everything that I could see myself being. But you grow up, your dreams fade, yada yada yada. Um,
Love
but
Jones.
when it comes, yes, yes, yes. When it comes to production, um, it's more like a dream come true because when I first started Circumstantial Saint, I was like, I know what sound I want because I I don't hear out there what I want to hear. I'm gonna create it myself. Again, speaking to that manifestation, what's up here, I'm gonna put it out. Maybe somebody else wanted to hear that too, you know. So that was the basis of it. And like I said, house music, Jersey club, neo soul, '90s hip hop were sounds that inspired me and heavily influenced who I am as a person. Um, it's a great way to memorialize those we have lost and bring them the attention they deserve. Also, a great
I
way.
want you to speak
And
on this.
yes, I do because I've been wanting to speak on this in the right time to actually because it's been a thought for quite some time. So, as a person that also was a revolutionary and an activist, one thing that we need to understand, and Chaz, you understand this fully, is respect. It's about respect, and we have the utmost respect for our impacted families. We wouldn't ever do anything that would step on their toes or anything that will come off like we're capitalizing. That is not something I'm in the business of doing. So for me, even like the people that are in my songs that are talking about their experiences in Akron and shit like that, they were asked to do those things and they were notified what was on them. You know what I'm saying? Are you okay with this? My thing is like, I've always been wanting to do a song about any person from an impacted that's been affected by police brutality, where it's a family member, whether it's an actual person. I just want to make sure that anyone that I get the right respects and like you can do this kind of thing because I have not ever wanted to step on somebody's toes when it comes to that. I want to make sure that someone is honored and memorialized in the right way. That is something that I take very delicately and I don't take lightly. Being, the work that we do. Chaz, you already know that. But thank you for asking me to answer that because I feel like it's really important. Um, I want to speak back to the production because being a producer, now I can actually feel like I can call myself a producer. All my music, with the exception of the first release that I did, the self-titled jump, everything else I produced myself with a few tracks from shout out to Ty Wright. Other than that, I've done everything myself, and I've definitely come a long way. I've even produced stuff for other people. I did a whole EP for you, Chaz. So I really love producing music and seek to grow more in that, like producing for other artists. I seek to get more artists on my label as well, the Leon Block Indie Sounds. I got one artist on my label already that we dropped a song. Go check out Trip Young and the track Atrocities featuring myself. He's another revolutionist that's talking about the atrocities going on around the world, whether it's here in America, whether it's in Palestine, talking about all the atrocities that our people face in general, poor Black and brown people around the world. There are only a small number of victims that have a song memorializing them. I would give my left arm to have a song done for my Muhammad. I would be honored to do a song for Muhammad.
I definitely would be definitely I would definitely be honored to do a song for Muhammad.
I get on that ASAP Rocky.
Right,
Like,
I would too. You know what I'm saying? Just I know if there's, honestly, if there's any families out there, and this is for free. I'm not asking for no type of money,
for
no type
real. You
of
already
favor, none of
know.
that.
No questions asked.
None. You know what I'm saying? I definitely would love. I'm not the best, artist, but I would be honored to be able to do something for any family. Um, I got you. I got you, Kimberly. I got you. I definitely, I definitely got you, and I will not let you down. I will not let Mo down, and definitely will make sure that his legacy and his fight lives on. So
That I really thank you for both of that, because it speaks to the epitome of why I do this. I talk a lot about affirmations and spirituality, because if we don't get in touch with ourselves and know who we are, and I talk about having that confidence, right? Like, even if you feel shy, you think you shy, there's really a part of you that is extroverted, that will connect with other people, and they'll help bring those parts out of you. You got to find your people, find your tribe. You think you're alone in something, stand alone anyway, and the right people will come to you. The right people will attract you. If you're around negative ass people that's not standing up and doing something, do it anyway. Take to the streets with a sign if you need to make yourself feel better. Go online and find groups of people that will help you find the people that you need to get the information that you need to continue to stand up. That is a big, it's the epitome of why I do what I do. So I thank y'all for actually touching on that. And yeah, that's definitely going to happen. That's definitely going to happen. I don't understand that. I don't understand that.
yeah, I don't need that. That's bogus as fuck. But this is, if anybody's out there, I don't care who you are, what kind of music it is, what kind of spoken word it is. Reach out to us, man, because everybody can. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make it happen.
People turn me down because they think that, like, they can't vibe with my shit, and it's like, you don't know what I'm capable of, and you don't know till you try. You know what I'm saying? But also, like, I do have a wide range of stuff that I have a wide range of music. I love everything. Like, I can get down to any kind of music. So you'll hear different influences in all of my music. And the way I've evolved with my lyricism, I started off thinking that things had to be like verse, hook, verse type of junk. Then I started doing all kinds of just ad-libby stuff, experimenting. And now I have my formula. I have my sound and the way that I want to put it out and portray it. And it's not the norm. It's not the usual, but it's me. So be you.
And don't be afraid to be you either. You know what I'm saying? Like, it at first, because I know when I first started, you know what I'm saying, started, I was nervous. You know what I'm saying? I still don't know if I sound right, but it's the purpose behind it. It's the meaning behind it. You know what I'm saying? And I know people can feel it. It's things that we go through every day, day in, day out. It's things that we see. It's things that we've heard. It's things that you can feel, because if you can't feel, I know every time that, especially with Lee Parker, man, our Jasmine Taylor. Every time, man, every rip,
Fire.
feel it. You know what I'm
Fucking
saying?
fire,
Because
right?
if you're in this movement and you
It's
can't
something
vibe
about
with
black
this,
women, man.
right? If you can't vibe with what people are talking about, especially when it comes to this movement music, you're not in this movement right. Because if you still listening to WAP, wet ass pussy, and thinking that's getting you motivated and it's making you want to go twerk, oh yeah, it's not the music you should be listening to. The music that you need to be listening to is the music that motivates you to get out here and do better.
Let me say this, because there's nothing wrong with twerking. It's how
Right.
you're working. Because historically, our people always twerk, all the way back to the continent. You see tribal people still twerking today. It's a form of expression. All of our cultures do it, but it's how you're doing it. What are you getting from it? What you twerking to? You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not against twerking, but like, are you learning also? Because there's a time for work and there's time for play. And you can have both. It's okay. I always got to rhyme. And
Right.
for real though.
So I really do appreciate this today. I know that we've done other interviews, but I know this one I definitely wanted to get more in detail with about Circumstantial Saint and the process and evolution of what Circumstantial Saint was and who he is now, because we evolve as people, and if we're not progressing, we're not doing something. So I definitely want to thank you for your time. I want to thank you for your motivation, uh, your determination to this movement, to doing everything, no matter if it's journalism, no matter if it's visual, no matter if it's audio, if it's written. You're making sure that it's documented, and I just really appreciate that. So, whatever you want to send off with, man, the floor is yours, bro. Because if ain't nobody gonna give you your flowers, I'm gonna make sure that you get them. So, peace and blessings, my brother.
For real, from the bottom of my heart, love you and appreciate you. I just want to do a plug real quick because I worked really hard on it. I spent weeks getting this together and making this. Last year, we did our first annual Juneteenth event, and it was a physical event. I had poets, rappers, dancers, singers come and perform their finest of shit. This year, I decided to do it online and make it into a documentary and broke it into 6 parts for people to digest. We just aired the full joint last night. So if you have a chance and you're feeling froggy, I'd really appreciate it if you at the very least share it, but go ahead and check it out. It's in 6 parts, but you can check out the full one on YouTube or Facebook. And we really would appreciate checking it out, all the hard work that went into it. But you also will learn a lot about the holiday, and you'll get some really dope poetry from a lot of cool people like Carol Light, Divine Marie, Pan, and so many more. Myself too, I'm in there. But we do work really hard at the Leon Block Independent Media to bring you really great content. And shout out to Chaz. Thank you very much for being on here and giving me the space to be able to speak my truth. Please, y'all, if y'all can, the link is in the comments. Go buy my album and support independent artist, Black independent artist, self-made independent artist that got his own label. The new album, I Speak to Heal, is only $20, and there's currently 18 tracks on there, but I'm going to add some new gems on there so that you won't hear anywhere else. But it is worth the $20, y'all. I guarantee it. You can go to circumstantialsaint.bandcamp.com. Check out my music. I got more music and videos and content on there that you won't find anywhere else. You can also check me out on YouTube. I got over 50 music videos for you to check out as well. And really appreciate all the love. It means a lot. And again, this new album is really, really personal to me. There's a few videos and singles that's already out and released that you can check out as well. And it's got tons of collabs on there that I'm really, really excited about to share with y'all. So take a look out. Oh, and then also my new single with Complex Angel, Complex Circumstantial / People Pleasing. The new single will be out very soon, but you can actually pre-order it now. It comes out on the 7th. Appreciate y'all. I'm going to go ahead and jump off here. Y'all be blessed.